all goes to
Just
Brett.
like him. Okay. Hey, give me some more water down there. I got to get that zebra down.
Look at
the whole time I'm thinking, that zebra's not all the way down yet.
You know what?
No coffee today, kids.
It might have been toxic, man.
Just water today.
You could be toxic right now.
Got to pace yourself.
But you did eat a worm's anus that was resting in formaldehyde, which is toxic.
One of the wisest things, it turns out, that I've unintentionally said on Good Mythical Morning in the past was, the way to a woman, I think we kind of collectively arrived at this saying, the way to a woman's heart is through a worm's anus. And so this is a pretty, you didn't even know about this story. Stevie didn't know about this. But yeah, you haven't watched all the old Good Mythical Mornings.
Yeah,
so there you go.
What are you doing with your free time?
Yeah, well, I thought that was a requisite for you working with it.
You don't have to tell the whole story.
I'm not going to tell the story.
It is a great episode
I'm saying you
Good Mythical Morning.
You could dig it up, but I mean, it did really happen. And I live to tell about it.
And I don't know.
And I'm living to tell about it a little bit now again.
And I don't know if it was the same episode. Not as exciting. My mom took a bee stinger out of my brother, and then I ate it. Weird. Okay, but I ate some weird stuff this past weekend too.
We can put the link in the description. Let's not forget to do that.
For
the worm's anus episode.
I took my wife out for the 13-year anniversary, which I thought was 14 years until she told me it was 13. So, guys, make sure you keep up with the years.
That's why I got married in the year 2000.
Do the
that way
math.
it's easy to know how many years I've been married.
14.
14.
And I got married in the year 2001, so I should be able to just subtract.
One, but it's difficult.
Okay. I know that from now on, though. Just subtract one from whatever year it is.
I didn't ask you how that went. How did that went?
It was excellent. Thanks for asking. Went to
I think the zebra's about here right now, by the way, but just keep going.
This restaurant.
So I'm just going to give updates on that.
Called Ink. Ink. One of these trendy places on Melrose, that's got weird stuff. And when I go out to eat, I'm not one of these people that's like, just take me to Chili's, man, because I just want something that is... I'm like, if I'm going to go out and pay for something, I make regular stuff in my house all the time. I want to eat something that's weird, that some hot shot chef is just like trying something. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So...
Why are you so defensive about it?
Because I don't, when people are like, I don't eat weird stuff, it makes me mad at them. I'm just going to be honest with you. I just like, come on, live a little bit. You got one life. You got opportunities to eat stuff. Just try some stuff. Come on now. What's the problem? So anyway, we go to Ink, and the waitress comes up, and she says, what are you guys in the mood for? I said, just the weird stuff. You know, like, I know y'all got some weird stuff here.
Weird in what way? What did you heard? What have...
For instance, one of the things on the menu was salt and charcoal potatoes. And I looked at the picture on Yelp, and it looked like pieces of charcoal, black pieces of charcoal, and then a dollop of sour cream next to it. I was like, what kind of idiot comes up with this idea? I got to eat that.
Is it actual charcoal? Did you order it?
Oh, of course.
What did she say when you said, I want the weird stuff?
She said, okay, you guys seem like you're into the stuff that's more different. And we do have some of that. So a lot of people like the salt and charcoal potatoes. And then she says, we've got this other thing, this hamachi, like sushi, that's got whipped olive on it. So it's like they've turned the olive into like a whipped thing. And then they also had kale with pig ears shredded on top of it. And then they had the like pork belly, like bacon, but it was lamb belly, and then it had mushroom hay on top of it, which is like this dry stuff made out of mushrooms.
So it's what the lamb eats, and then what the lamb eats it with.
It was all incredible, and the portions were really big, which a lot of times you just little dainty portions, but I mean, they brought us like 8 pieces of charcoal.
They called it hay? They called it lamb hay?
Mushroom hay. So anyway, the charcoal potatoes, I'm not kidding. You look at these things and you're like, is this charcoal? Am I going to eat charcoal?
Black. It was black?
Totally black. And with the consistency of charcoal. But then you realize that it's just like a russet potato, like a little...
With a coating of charcoal.
With a coating of charcoal.
Which is not... That's a carcinogen.
I'm sure it's carcinogen. Carcinogen. So anyway, I'm like, well, I'm gonna taste this thing without the sour cream. I'm just gonna go for charcoal. And I take it and I bite it and it's, they also brought you a little spray bottle of balsamic vinegar that you could spray onto the thing. Anyway, I like little spray bottles. How often do you get spray bottle with your meal?
Did you take any pictures of this stuff?
It's all on Yelp, I don't have to repeat the same things people have been doing. So I bite into this charcoal potato and the first thing I taste is charcoal. The second thing I taste is potato. I mean, it was just as amazing as it sounds. No, but then they had house-made whipped cream.
I mean, I've never licked a piece of charcoal.
No, but it had this like burnt yet not burnt, perfectly cooked on the inside. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life, but I was like, who would have thought of this? And the fact that I actually enjoyed it and my wife enjoyed it and we finished all of them.
But let me ask, was it a potato that was covered in something like a char or literally covered in charcoal dust?
I think what he does is he just burns them, flash burns them so they turn black and then they have this like salt on them. I don't know, they don't taste like burnt potatoes, they just taste really good, but then when you think about it, you're like, it does taste like charcoal. The next thing, the whipped olive, all that was good, but then he had a weird ice cream. I mean, a weird dessert. It was apple pie with burnt wood flavored ice cream.
What?
I love this guy. He's burning stuff. He just makes stuff taste like burnt stuff.
I think he's just bad at cooking. It's like, well, I burned that. I better change what it's called on the menu.
And so I asked the
burnt wood ice cream?
Burnt wood flavored ice cream. So I said, well, first of all, you know me. I'm going to get the burnt wood ice cream because it sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And the waitress is like, well, that's actually our most popular dessert. And it tastes like you're eating an apple pie next to a campfire. So this guy has created an experience inside of a bowl. So anyway, and first of all, they bring you, with every course that they bring you, it's tapas, so small portions. They bring you like two things together, and then they bring you fresh silverware and plates, and then they take everything away, and then they restart it again, and they put the silverware on this little thing that keeps the silverware propped up. Lots of little touches. So anyway, the ice cream comes. This is like the 5th time we've gotten new silverware. A little wasteful, but whatever. And there's this weird sort of like apple crumble underneath it with these little apples that have been cut into perfect spheres. Like that's how they put the apple in there, and they're cooked. And then there's this big dollop of ice cream on top that has a hard shell on the outside, but it's still white.
Made out of wood?
It just looks like vanilla ice cream. And then the waiter says, before you start eating this, you're gonna wanna hit the top of the ice cream with the back of your spoon. I'm like, I love this. I love everything about it. And so I'm like,
it's like cracking a crab
yeah,
shell?
and I hit it and it was like, and it just like, it just cracks. It doesn't like fall everywhere, but it just kind of cracks. They made some little like, it was almost like they made ice cream and then they put like a nitrogen thing around the outside to like make it freeze up. I don't know how they did it. Anyway, burnt wood ice cream, best ice cream I've ever had.
No.
It's incredible. It doesn't really taste like burnt wood, but you're like, oh, yeah, there's a note in there. There's a campfire note in this ice cream. It was good, man. Highly recommend it.
I thought you were going to say when you hit it, it burst into flames.
Burst into flame, yeah. And then they bring you marshmallows on a little stick. No, they didn't do that. Anyway, I swallowed all that stuff this weekend. I mean, I really just ate it. It won't show up in an X-ray.
It's funny because I took the kids to an ice cream place and where they use liquid nitrogen to make the ice cream. There's one in the mall.
Next to my house, yeah.
Yeah, but then there's one in Beverly Hills and we were near there, so we went to that one.
That's good stuff. Is it called Zero? It's called like Sub-Zero ice cream? Is that what it's called there?
No, it's called like Ice Cream Lab is what the place is called.
Same principle though.
But yeah, it's like, it looks like dry ice smoke kind of coming out of it.
It's kind of
liquid
like
nitrogen.
Where's the place they make the sundaes and they mix the ice cream for you?
Cold Stone.
It's like Cold Stone, but colder stone.
Yeah.
In fact, so called
Chemical
it's liquid
Stone.
nitrogen.
Chemical Stone.
Chemical Stone was the name that they had at the beginning. Then they changed it.
I swallowed some of that.
Seen those the ice cream shops where you get on the bike and you actually churn your own ice cream?
No.
What? Where is that?
Downtown. What?
So you earn your calories, basically.
I love it.
You burn the calories you're going to eat while making the ice cream, so it's guiltless.
But yes.
I just like an experience, I mean,
Do you sweat into
just
the ice
cool.
cream? Because
Oh yeah. You actually burn wood next next to
You
you.
Yeah,
burn
you burn
wood
wood.
and so self-sweat flavored ice cream.
I'm into that. The chef sweat.
No,
The chef
self-sweat, my sweat.
I'm into the chef sweat.
I want my ice cream just
the chef
to taste like my sweat.
The chef spit into this dish and sweated into it. Everybody's raving about it. And wouldn't go that far. You know, I mean, okay, now you guys are getting weird. Burnt wood ice cream, I'm down. Charcoal potatoes, I'm down. Chef starts spitting into stuff, I'm out. I do have my standards, you know.
I mean, there will come a day when the chef will come to your table and
Spit in your food.
and you were waiting for him to come by.
You ought to see the loogies on this chef. It's all the rave on Yelp. They're just pictures of his loogies.
Like just all over whatever you're eating.
Have you had the loogie sundae at Ink?
Ugh.
You know what? His name can be Luigi.